Interestingly, 28 shots on goal is the most Antonio Conte has ever seen any of his sides concede in a league game over 90 minutes. And if it wasn't for that, man, he kept it pretty respectable in the end, did he not?
Yeah, he did, but, you know, I touched on it before. I'm disappointed when I watch Tottenham teams a lot of the time. I think they've got so much more quality than to sit back and be passive and counter-attacking, and, you know, and I've often seen, and even when they win, I just think that they've got more to offer. I think, you know, and don't get me wrong, he's a top coach, but the top coaches in the world, you know, play expanse, they play attack, they back their players, they give them confidence, they go and score goals. I just feel that Tottenham are very sit back and
playing within themselves.
And just almost invite teams on and hit on the counter. And I think they're too good for that personally. I don't
that's the Conte way, though, isn't it?
Well, yeah, and I don't like that way.
Yeah, but the fact that they've won the last 3 in all competitions, where was the momentum going into this game? Did you see that at all? Well,
before the game they had it, but as Antonio Conte mentioned then, against the big teams, they've fallen a little bit short recently. That interview slapped in the face for me of I need to spend some money to catch the big boys. We beat everybody that we're expected to beat, but against the big teams, then we're possibly not good enough.
Does he do that quite a bit?
Yeah, he does, but I don't really buy it. I think that Tottenham have got some really good players that other teams would die for. You know, the likes of Son and Kane. I mean, name a better attack, you know, name a better pairing in the league. It's really good. And they've got some other great players around them. I mean, the goalkeeper's been exceptional today, but they've got some other good players as well. So I think he can do more with that team. I don't think they set up with a lot of belief. I think they set up quite negatively and like hitting teams on the counter-attack. And as I say, I think with a bit more belief, they could perform better than they are doing.
Is he being defeatist, Conte?
Well, you could argue he's been a realist on some levels, because, look, I'm with Mo. They got some really good players, but they probably only have 3 that get in any other of the big teams. Kane, Son, and Romero. The rest of them, nobody else is getting in any of the top teams. So I agree. I think he does do it a lot, but I think he does need money to get into that bigger bracket. So he does play this type of football. Mo's right. This is how he plays. He plays on the counter-attack. And you know what? The only reason they're in the Champions League is because of this guy. When he took over, they were 9th. They were a mess. Honestly, they were a disaster. They might not be the best watch in the league, but they are one of the most effective teams in the league. And to get to the next level, I think he probably is right. They probably need a better bench, better squad, more players of that. You look at what City and Liverpool and United have. You know, look at Ronaldo didn't even get off the bench today. So I agree with Mo. I think they could be more expansive. I think today he played another midfield player with Basuma. Obviously no Kulusevski. And Richarlison was injured. And they had that extra man in midfield, but they got hammered. They got absolutely hammered.
So they have been more effective in a 3-4-3?
Well, the thing is, they need Kulusevski. That's what they need, because Kane and Son barely had a kick in the game, and that's credit to Varane and Martinez. But look, Conte's had huge success. He's won at Juventus, Chelsea, everywhere he's been, he's won. So this works for him. But the problem is, in our league, in this league, Liverpool and City are, you know, they're too good, I think, for the way this sets up. So something feels like we'll have to give at some point, and I think the only thing that's going to keep Conte here is if they invest in him.